Hey there y'all, today we're back here with another Pokemon video. Today, I'm gonna be talking about the real life Pokemon videos, such as I'm gonna be talking about my favorite Pokemon and all that other cool stuff. So yeah, this is a part of my channel now, I guess. More Pokemon content for you guys. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications, everyone, if you want to see more Pokemon content just like this. But today, I'm gonna be starting off with some type advantages that I wish were real. In the Pokemon world, there are a lot of type advantages. Some are logical, but some aren't. And I wish some were really in the game, such as a few of them that you will see later on. It might not happen, but I can still hope for that to happen, right? So now I searched my entire knowledge that I have about Pokemon and other based on real life and movie stuff. So yeah, I've listed 10 of them. So these are 10 type advantages that I wish were real. It's number 1. Let's just start it with number 1. Psychic type should resist Dragon and Fairy type. Well, we know that the Psychic type is more focused on the mind and IQ, right? But, so with that, a brilliant mind would think that Dragons and Fairies are like mythologies. Like, come on, who thinks Dragons and Fairies are real? Do you guys believe in that? If you guys do, let me know in the comments down below, everyone. Because I never met one that thinks they are real. At least, I never. As my memory is concerned, no one ever believed in them. Why? Because they are based on mythologies and other factors like movies and stories. So a big brain guy with a high IQ isn't gonna believe in them. So that's why they should resist Dragons and Fairy, because they don't think they're real. Alright, on to number 2. Steel type should be weak to electric type. Well, we know that Steel has the most resistances in the Pokemon world. But something's got me like, come on. Why isn't electric super effective against it? The reason I want electric to be super effective against Steel, because Steel is a great conductor. All of electronics, things like wires, cables, ovens, and what else are made with metal. I mean, most of them are. Why? Because they can conduct electricity really well. So the reason I put here electric here, but not water, because, well, I guess water is pretty reasonable as well, because water makes steel rust. But there's some steel can't rust. How? By dipping. If you guys dip a spoon and fork into water, it won't rust. At least they won't in a very long time, because they're stainless. I think that's what they call them. Alright, on to the next one, number 3. Rock type should resist electric type. Again, with another electric type, but this time it's resisting. A rock type should resist electric type, because, well, when I'm new to the Pokemon world, I thought rock would do super effective damage to electric type because of how poor rock conducts electricity. Correct me if I'm wrong, actually, everyone. I also read that ground type is weak. Electric is weak to ground as well, but so yeah, that's why. Well, apparently not. I always thought that rock should resist it because, well, again, I already said it's a poor conductor of electricity, and I'm not a science guy person, so yeah. Again, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below, everyone. Yeah. So, electric type Pokemon shouldn't do well against rock type because maybe they want to balance it. Why? Because there's so many rock and ground types. I mean, like, seriously, there's a gazillion of them. Geodude, Onyx, what else? Yeah, that's all I got. But I know there's still more out there. But who? Alright everyone, let's just go on to the next number 4. A bug type should be weak to poison type. It's obviously, I don't need to say anything too much about it, but when a bug is poisoned, it will get killed. Sometimes. Because a bug is a living being, so it won't do well against poison. If a bug gets poisoned, it will eventually get killed. But I do understand that some bugs can be poisonous. But still, a lot of bugs aren't poisonous, such as butterflies. I think they're not poisonous. And let's move on to number 5. A grass type should be weak to dragon type. Well, I know that the grass type has already have a lot of weakness, but it still doesn't change that a plant could be weak to an extremely big, humongous dragon, like salamanders, garchomp, or even Giratina and Dialga maybe, and Palkia. And again, dragon type should be weak to it. Well, simply because a big dragon can stomp down a plant. Well, I understand, like Gibble and then Dratini can't destroy a plant, but another reason that dragons breathe fire. And what kind of plant doesn't get burnt by fire? That's right! None! So yeah, that's why. So that's why I want a dragon type to. The dragon type should do super effective damage to the grass type. Because why? Because dragon's my favorite type, and I wish it has a better advantage. I mean super effective and just instead of its own kind. Well, I understand that dragon could be dragon, but that still doesn't change everything. Alright everyone, let's move on to number 6. A fairy type should be weak to fire type. Well, in a lot of movies, fairies are usually hunted down by humans with swords and bullets. That's why it's weak to steel, and it's also sometimes it can be poisoned. That's why it's weak to poison. But there's also one more thing that that the Pokemon company doesn't think about too much, which is basically fire. Why? Because fire can burn down a fairy easily. I know fairies are supposed to be smarter than that, not fly through fire. That's gonna be dumb because fairies are a living creature that has a brain. But that's still not gonna change everything, because like the common thing is forest fires. If a fairy such as Togetic got trapped in a forest fire, they cannot escape. Basically, what I mean about that, because if a fire, fairy does usually live in forest, and if the forest gets caught on fire, that means it's hard for them to escape because there's so many flames around and smokes that will help them, that will literally destroy them. Fire can burn down the fairies, and the smoke will make, the smoke, I have lost my, alright, so because the smokes will just infect their throats if they try to talk, and they can't see through all the smokes, because, yeah, I think we can see through smokes when they had light, if they have wands, which I don't think they have wands, right? Or they do. I don't know. Alright, let's just move on to the 7th one. Number 7, water type should be weak to poison type. This is so simple. There's not too many things to explain here. If water contains poison, it will be impossible to drink and to live in. If you drink it, you'll eventually die, and if you live in it, you'll eventually die. because you can't breathe in water. I'm talking about fish here. Alright, now we've seen some type that should be effective or should resist. But let's take a look at some that shouldn't. Let's go. Which is number 8. The steel type shouldn't resist dragon type. The same explanation for this is the explanation is the same as the grass type, because of why dragon is my favorite type, and I think it deserves more resistances. I hope. I really think that a steel type Pokemon shouldn't resist a dragon type. I get it, because dragons usually get killed by swords in fairy tales, but that doesn't cover that dragons breathe fire. And fire burns down steel. And also dragons have 2 more elements, which is water and electric. Water can make metal easily rust, and electric can shock that thing. It could hurt the steel type Pokemon and you, if you actually touch it. Don't touch steel when don't touch metal when they are contained with electric, or else you'll get shocked with it. And don't do that. Alright, let's move on to number 9. Dark type shouldn't be weak to bug types. Well, I get it. That will make the dark type more OP. Yeah, I get it. But that still that's not logical. Because, well, bugs will get crushed by them. I get it that bug could expose some villains, because bugs are more active at night, so as villains and more vicious criminals and spirits. Give me shivers right now. That doesn't make sense why they weak to bug again. Well, basically, we can actually crush them. Have you guys find a fly? If you guys, is there a fly in someone's way, they'll crush him, right? Come on. Alright, let's move on to the last one, number 10. Steel shouldn't resist psychic type either. Well, yeah, there's a lot of nerfs to steel types, which I'm fine with, because too many Registeels are in the Global League, and I hate it, because I don't like Registeel. Not because I hate it, because they're everywhere and they're a pain in my butt. So alright, so now I don't know why steel has to resist psychic. I don't know. This is illogical, because a piece of metal will resist a person with a powerful mind and a high IQ. I think the Pokemon Company should remove this, because a powerful mind like Alakazam can move things with the mind and can handle a piece of metal, and yeah, it can move a piece of metal. It can move a fucking laptop. It could move a lot of stuff with its mind. And also, Alakazam holds spoon, and they're made of metal. Again, simply because of a freaking steel. I don't know. Some people say that steel's psychic types won't do anything to steel, which is highly weird, because I don't know. A strong, powerful mind can easily use something to break it, right? But that doesn't mean it's super effective against steel. So yeah, with that being said, that's all the types advantages that I wish were real. So if you do like it, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notification from all of my fun Pokemon content will be out in a few weeks maybe. So yeah, with that being said, I hope to see you next time. Everybody, peace out.